What's going on, guys? Welcome back to LOI Fan TV. I hope you're all keeping very, very well indeed. Joined once again by Luke. Luke, how are you, man?
Oh, good, Ross. Good to be back on. Yeah, looking forward to talking about the league, not Rovers. So let's talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
things
Um,
first.
it's been a mad all week. Just in terms of you can put the results to the side and actually just talk about the off the field business. We might look in more into that in a separate video, but been some crazy, crazy goings on throughout the league in terms of managerial situations and all this sort of stuff. So we'll probably touch on it throughout the video as we're going through the games. But yeah, we'll probably it's worth its own video, I think, at some stage as well over the weekend, looking into what's going on there. But we will kick it off with two stable enough managerial situations. Drogheda, they play host to Galway United. Now, interesting game here. Drogheda, obviously, off the back of a 1-1 draw away at Talker Park. Fantastic result for them, and obviously still in ninth place, but kind of putting a little bit of form together from the looks. Galway, on the other hand, with a 0-0 draw against Sligo. Another clean sheet. So it's still keeping hold of that 7 goals conceded, I think 8 goals scored record or whatever it is. So, yeah, this is a tough game to call, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, well, if you look back on last week's video and you asked me for a prediction, I have to say I was spot on.
Did you
Nil
say no?
nil.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that was a tough one now. I'm just thinking now, with Galway, like, well, I'm just gonna keep on 0-0 now until I'm proven otherwise
You won't
because
you won't be far off in a lot of games if you have to put a proven metric to be all right. Like it's mental.
yeah, it's a bad one. Yeah, no, to be fair to draw it out, so you could speak on it more because obviously they're playing shells. But
Mm.
from what I saw, it was a great goal by Peru, great cross by Evan Weir, and yeah, they kind of were just a bit resilient. Obviously, Shell scored a similar goal with Sean Boyd, but Drogheda kind of held out and were well worth their point. And Duffer came out and said after the game, like he knew after 20 seconds it was going to be
Mm.
the Shells were going to drop points. So now fair play to the draw. Like looking at them now in the league, they're 6 points clear of Dundalk with superior goal difference. So potentially, depending on kind of how results go on Friday night, they could be level on points with Sligo in eighth. If they get
Yeah.
a good result against Galway. So yeah, no, Kevin Doherty, fantastic job. And on the other hand, Ollie Horgan, I know Johnny Caulfield's the manager, but this feels like Ollie Horgan steering the ship at the moment.
A little
Doing a
bit,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
job. 1 point off
Yeah.
Europe, decent draw against Sligo, another clean sheet in the bank. Yeah, as I said, I don't. I won't be surprised if this game is a draw. So I'm gonna stick with what's done me well in the past and say 0-0.
Yeah, proven, isn't it? Proven, tried and tested. Yeah, I don't think it'd be too far off with that. I think it's gonna be a game. It's a set piece game, big time here. Like even looking at, I feel like every time you watch Drogheda, it's an Weir set piece and causes problems, or he's scoring the free kick himself, or he's putting a good ball into the box. So and then Galway, on the other hand, always a threat from whether it's an Ed McCarthy long throw or a free kick or a corner. So I think it'd be one of those games. Might not be the best watch for a neutral, I don't think. Obviously a lot at stake for both sides, and yeah, I think you could be right with a draw. I think slightly more optimistic, maybe go for a score draw, maybe a 1-1. But yeah, I can't really separate these. Draw that are starting to impress me. I think Pro, he looks like he's kind of coming into his own a little bit in the league. Looks like he has that bit of confidence with a few goals behind him now as well. So, but obviously Galway are doing really, really, really well at the moment. So I'll go for a 1-1 draw here. I think I could see that. But yeah, as you said, it could easily go either way, but and it could easily be in the draw here. But I'm not expecting fireworks in Drogheda anyway, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose it's that time of the month, like Galway are due to concede a goal, so
Surely, surely.
it's unbelievable their defensive record. Like it's gonna be like if Brendan Clark doesn't win the Golden Glove, like I'd be highly shocked
Yeah,
what he's
yeah.
like.
No, 100%. We move on then to Dundalk, who are in an absolute crazy, crazy spot at the moment. They play host to your boys, Shamrock Rovers, on Friday night. Obviously, Dundalk themselves off the back of a bit of a battering last Friday. They lost to Waterford 4-1, and it was the kind of first big heavy defeat of the Noel King era, which has now, of course, come to an end as of today. It did come out that he had left the post due to medical reasons. So obviously, best wishes to him in that situation, and hopefully all good there. But obviously, we'd seen earlier in the week Brian Gartland had left his role at Dundalk, and he seemed like he was kind of the forefront of the management team nearly as well. So it seems like a bit of a disaster. I'm not sure as well if you did see the Dundalk owner's tweet earlier today. It was sharply deleted, but I'm not sure if you saw that, did you?
I didn't say what was it?
Oh my God. You need to see this. I put it up on the screen, but someone replied to him, or someone replied to the tweet of Noel King's news and said so I'm just gonna put up the exact wording of it and said at it, your man Brian Ainsclough or whatever his name is, and said go get Stephen Kenny in or something like that. And he
Hmm.
replied to it and he goes, go fuck yourself, you shithead. Rapidly deleted it, like rapidly deleted it. But
Oh, I
the
see it
original
here
tweet,
now. Oh, Jesus.
time to pick up the phone and beg the real king. And he goes, fuck yourself, you shithead. Like, oh, it's an absolute
Did you
disaster
see
up
that
there.
open letter that the fan, so some fan group in Dundalk wrote it to kind of like to dear man Brian, and they were asking for the removal of Noel King as manager. So obviously it says medical reasons, but you kind of wonder does it lie deeper also because he
Mm,
was an like not obviously Noel was kind of recently in the job, so I kind of feel sorry for him to an extent, but definitely the owners haven't rubbed the locals up well up there at all
no.
in their time. So yeah, it's a bit of a toxic environment.
Uh,
So yeah.
yeah, it has shades of Cork City. I think the rumor is Liam Buckley coming on board as well. So kind of shades of Cork City from last season, really. And yeah, I think they're going to peter out into 10th place and be comfortably enough bottom of the table. I think Rovers will win this one comfortably. I could see going off everything that's happened. I could see Rovers maybe putting two or three past them. I go 3-0 Rovers.
Yeah, just Dundalk or everything is wrong with the League of Ireland. Like it's like all the success and money they had, and like have nothing to show for it. Like it's just such a shame. And to be honest, like they're going to get relegated, and rightfully so, because
Hmm.
like it's been a long time coming for how they've been acting financially. So anyway, yeah, this game. Yeah, Jesus, let's not talk about the Pats game. Just Leon
Yeah,
made another mistake. Just it's kind of getting to the stage now where he's making a mistake every week, and it's going to cost us the league. Like, so I wonder what Bradley will do. Will he give Lee Stacey a game? It's the
would
sort
you?
of game. Yeah, well, to be honest, like if he's doing any way well in training, like you'd be asking the question, if you were Lee Stacey, what do I have to do here to get my game? And kind of this is kind of an ideal game to kind of deplete Dundalk side. If you were going to make a change, you'd make it now. So we'll see what he does
Yeah,
anyway. But I'm going to go. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna go. I think we'll concede one. I'm gonna say 3-1.
yeah, fair, fair. It's on just on the polls thing quickly before we move on. I feel like it's one of those where it's a big decision because I think if you take him out, that's him done. Then I think, like like so it could be a good game to get him try and build his confidence back up and maybe get a clean sheet in this one. And then
Yeah.
obviously on the other hand, it's a chance to give Stacey a chance. So yeah, it's a big decision for Bradley to make. I don't think the polls experiment has worked. I didn't expect it to work, to be honest. And I did always look at Rovers for all the strength and depth that they have with the team. It was the one position I was concerned about them. And as you said, it could well end up costing them a league title if they don't kind of fix that during the summer. So yeah, kind of seems to be a talking point every week, a bit of a question mark around the goalkeeper, but this one shouldn't be too much of a concern. Both going for a comfortable Shamrock Rovers win there. Next up, we have Shelburne against Waterford. Obviously, Shells at Talker Park really need to kind of get 3 points on the board. I think they're kind of drawing a lot of games at the moment, and it's kind of similar enough to how they were last year in terms of maybe the kind of at the start of the season we were getting over the line with certain wins and stuff and kind of turning the draws into wins, and now it's starting to repeat kind of from last season with those draws, and obviously drawing at home drawing at home to draw, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Is never too fond of a result. It's not a great result if you want to try and go win the league. But the thing is, everyone seems to be dropping points. That's the only reason we're still top, really. So, facing an informed Waterford side who no one really wants to play at the moment. I think they're fourth in the league. Keith Long has them absolutely flying. They've some of the most, I think, badly described their wingers, most dangerous wingers in the league, or the quickest wingers in the league, or something. So, won't be an easy game whatsoever for Shells to get back to winning ways, really, will it?
No, like Asamoah with a wonderful hat trick kind of against Dundalk. Some questionable goalkeeping in the process, but by no
Mm.
means even against us, they took their chances really well. Like they're three
Yeah,
wins on the trot. Like I say, you could count them, if not even one hand, how many times a team's done that in the league this season.
yeah,
Three
yeah.
consecutive wins, so they're definitely in form. And Shell's obviously off the back of kind of a 1-1 draw where they kind of left a bit to be desired. So like it's
Mm.
obviously in Shell's best interest to get a win here, but kind of being 1 point clear. Derry are kind of chomping at the bit behind them. Yeah, league position wise, you'd say Shells, but I'm looking at how informed Waterford are here. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a draw. I'm probably going to go for another 1-1.
Yeah, this game is concerning me a little bit, to be honest. I think it could be it's a really dangerous game for Shells, to be honest. Um, I'd like to think we kind of learned the lesson from last week a little bit, and we can put right a few bits. Obviously, conceding the early goal was a disaster. I do think in terms of a title race, I think we're a couple of players short. Obviously, looking at the players you have to come back, looking at the players Derry have to come back. I think Shells are two or three light in terms of squad depth, in terms of having a player that can break a team down when the chips are down, kind of thing. Obviously we do have a few, but I think yeah, if there's a bit of money. I think there's talk of investment coming in, or I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not. If there's a bit of money made available, we can maybe go get Harry Wood. I think he had an unsuccessful loan in League Two. He wasn't really getting in, so if we get him back, he'd make a big difference. And I think getting a striker in is much needed as well for Shells, just to consistently bag them. I know Sean Boyd has been decent. I think he's a good impact player off the bench. I think is probably in terms of a team fighting for the title. I think that's his role. Um, he scored some big goals for us this season. You can't get away from that at all. But he has missed a few chances as well. So I was looking at even like having a look at the kind of striker market, because like you're kind of looking at that Paul Gammon type to maybe come back from England towards the end of their career. I was looking at maybe Paddy Madden. I think he moved to Chesterfield. He's on the deal there. I was thinking he might be coming back to the League of Ireland. I think Sean Maguire linked to come back to the League of Ireland. I think obviously it's probably destined to go to Cork, but if there's an option there to maybe get something done, I think that could be a difference. I just think getting that player that will bag you 20 goals, between 15 goals from now and the end of the season, let's say, it's essential for Shels. I'm not sure if they have that player profile in the squad at the minute. So a big concern there, especially in the likes of that draw had a game last week, just needing someone to come up with a goal when you need it. So yeah, this one doesn't, I don't not feel the confidence here at all, to be honest. I think I'm gonna go for a repeat of last week, 1-1. I think it'll be a draw.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. Like even someone like Shawnee Maguire, I know you're saying Cork, but I was reading a piece that was done on I can't remember which news outlet did it, but he was kind of talking about him being released and his wife apparently is expecting their first child.
Yeah.
So like he's kind of tied up for the next month, so that kind of and he said he wouldn't be open, he'd be open for moving anywhere. So people are initially saying, oh, his wife's from Cork and he probably go back down there to Johnny Caulfield and Galway, kind of on the west coast. But I think if Shells are challenging for the league and there's a bit of money there, and Duffer goes and says, look, oh, we want you to be our main man,
Mm.
it's very plausible. So I could definitely see that happening in the summer. You never know.
Yeah. I think there'd be a queue of clubs realistically lining up from. You'd have. I wouldn't be surprised if Rovers even maybe not. Maybe don't need him as much as others, but I wouldn't be surprised if they went for him anyway, or Derry or whatever. But yeah, even Derry have Colin Whelan to come back in and stuff. So maybe the option is there for Shales to say, look, we're in a title race here. If you can come in and be the main man and lead us to that, maybe it is an option with Europe as well. So maybe that is something that excites him. Who knows? Yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think it's definitely, hopefully there'll be some money available to Duff in the summer, because I think definitely need a little bit of freshening up in the squad if they want to keep the pace at the top. But yeah, did you get you went for a draw as well, was it?
For 1-1. Yeah.
1-1, yeah, yeah. Cool. Next up, Sligo Rovers at home to Bohemians. Sligo off the back of a 0-0 draw away to Derry, as sorry, 0-0 draw away to Galway it was last Friday, whereas Bows are off the back of a late defeat up in Derry on Friday night there as well. So this is a tricky one to call. Sligo and Bows are similar enough in the tables. I think Sligo are 2 points off Bows, eighth and sixth. Kind of it feels like a bit of a mid-table clash, but Sligo have a kind of eye over their shoulder as well.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Sligo now, to be honest. I saw Max Mata's loans after ending.
I saw that, yeah.
He's gone back to Shrewsbury, so that's a huge blow. And Ed McGinty is not going to be far behind him. His loans due to expire in the coming weeks as well. So, yeah,
Yeah.
draw the 3 points behind them. And if they lose their two best players, what does that mean for them? How do they replace those figures with the funding they have?
And the squad's not big as is, like.
No, no, it's not. That's two huge hammer blows. So yeah, obviously you still have Ed McGinty for this one. So and Bowes have been a bit inconsistent. Obviously they were doing well up in Derry until late. Michael Duffy late goal, kind of sucker punch for them. Yeah, it's a tough one to call this. You wouldn't. It could go
It
either
is.
way. I don't know. I'm gonna ask you. I'm going to have some more time
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
What do you
I
think?
feel like you can literally put a draw for every result and just be happy
Yeah,
enough. And just, do
good.
you know what I mean? Like, just stick a draw down. But I'm gonna have to pick a winner here.
Yeah.
I think I'll just. I could see Bowes just nicking it for some reason. Just they kind of come up with a odd result every now and again. It just kind of keeps them up to pace with kind of whoever's in front of them, really. Yeah, win for Bowes will have Sligo in a bad nick, but I could just see Bowes kind of smashing it, smashing grab late on, maybe a 2-1 Bowes win.
Okay, fair. I'm just gonna be different. I'm gonna say I'm not that I have a feeling, but I'm just gonna be different. Say 1-0 Sligo. It's
Yeah.
just as you said, every week has a weird result in it. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. 1-0 Sligo.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call. It's impossible to know. Like it really is great analysis from us, but like it is impossible to tell. Like two very
Yeah,
inconsistent sides. Like
yeah.
uh, finally massive game in Inchicore, St. Pat's. Obviously off the back of sacking John Daly. They play host to Derry City. So Sean O'Connor obviously came in for the Rovers game last week and got a good result in Tala, 2-2 draw there, and obviously Derry with that late win over Bows. So both sides will be happy enough with their most recent fixture. Pat's players maybe playing for Kenny's watchful eye and trying to play their way into maybe his like in their heads. Might be, I know you reservations about whether the Kenny deal will go through, but um, they're obviously playing for a new manager and they've a point to prove, I guess. And Derry obviously are chomping just right on the tails of Shell, so they'll be looking to overlap them potentially this weekend as well. So a lot to play for and a lot at stake in Inchicore.
Yeah, for sure. And both sides are kind of at turning points in their season potentially. Pats are lingering in seventh where they really shouldn't
Seventh,
be.
yeah.
Like, and there's a lot of pressure there for kind of regardless of who's there. I know Sean Connor's in terms at the moment for him to get them up the league fast. And obviously Derry are 1 point behind Shells, they're a solid win against Bows. So
Yeah,
they're 1 point also. Sorry, 1 behind Shells. So yeah, it's one of those like initially I would be like, oh, Derry will win this game, but I just feel like every time Derry take one step forward, they take two steps back. I just
I
have
get you.
that feeling with this game. It's very cliche, but yeah, I'm gonna go for a while. I'm gonna say Pats win this game 2-1.
Huge, huge.
Yeah.
I do like it. Yeah. I actually think that like I'm starting to come around to the idea that Derry could actually win the league this season. That I'm starting to come around to that idea just in terms of the players he had to come back still. And I think they might just be able to put more of a run together than Rovers and Shells are currently showing at the minute. So slightly coming around to that idea. But yeah, it'd be great if Pats can win here. We're gonna looking for Pats to do us a favour. It's kind of like the Spurs Man City game the other night.
Just
Looking for our
wishing.
local rivals to do us a favour. Like, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't mind that shout. Yeah, I think I could see a couple of goals here. Could be a decent game, hopefully. I'll go for same results as Tala. I'll go for 2-2. 2-2 draw on that one. I could see both sides have goals in them, and both sides are can be a little bit shaky towards the back at times as well. Uncharacteristic in terms of the player profiles both like teams have defensively, you'd expect more from them. But I think that attacking wise, I think there should be enough talent on the pitch for a few goals and hopefully they drop points.
Yeah, well, it'd be harsh for me not to touch on Mason Melia, like a fantastically taken goal in Tala for someone like what is he? 16 still? Is he?
16, yeah,
He's 16. Yeah,
insane.
it's just ridiculous. Like what,
Yeah,
like the composure he showed. That was like, yeah, if you conceded a goal like that in Europe, he'd be like fair enough to level up. Like it was just kind of that's kind of a snippet for what's to come for him. And what an asset Pats have. It's a good contract for the next 3 seasons. Like they're potentially could be the first seven-figure sale.
I was
If
about to say it. I
if
think
he,
it's if they don't get seven figures, it's an absolute travesty.
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think he's been looked at by Manchester clubs and by Italian clubs, and yeah, like he's the real deal, and he looks like a future Irish international. Not to put too much pressure on him, but yeah, he has that look, doesn't he?
Yeah, to be so developed at such a young age, it kind of reminds me when Gavin Bazuna broke into the Rovers team. Like just sort of these lads just tend to they turn up and they're it. There's no kind of transition stage. They're just there and they're at the level and their trajectory is going up. So yeah, no, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, definitely could be seven-figure one
like
for the
like he
league.
was in the. I think he was good. He was playing for Pats at 15. Like I think he's the youngest League of Ireland goal scorer. I think as well. He holds that record.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah,
Like he's just, yeah, he's insane talent, and yeah, it's the sky's the limit for that fella. Honestly, he seems like he has a steady head and his shoulders as well. Kind of signed that deal with Pats. Like he's not looking to go abroad for his chance and stuff. Like he
yeah.
seems like he's kind of taking his time about it and stuff. And I think he's best off if he's been given number 9 jersey. He's kind of if he's the main man there at 16 years of age. It's saying a lot as well. Like so, yeah, he's incredible talent.
Unbelievable. Yeah, no, it'll be
Yeah.
fantastic to see him score again against Derry, hopefully.
Yeah, please God, fingers crossed. Obviously, if we have a couple of massive games on Monday night, which might touch on over the weekend as well, potentially. But obviously, Shamrock Rovers, Derry, and Pats against Shells as well. So a couple of massive games on Monday. So yeah, we're in for a treat this weekend. But yeah, those are our predictions ahead of this Friday, guys. Make sure to drop a like in the video if you did enjoy, and please do subscribe if you are new around here as well, and get your comments down with your predictions as well. Much appreciated. Thanks, Vinny, for tuning in. Catch you in a bit.